Robinhood breaking news here on Martyn Lucas Investor. I've got lots of information to share with you on this broadcast. I hope you're going to enjoy this. I think there are very exciting times ahead, exactly as we expected and predicted, and I think you're going to enjoy this. So sit back and buckle up for the next 9 minutes before Jerome Powell goes live. We're going to cover that this morning. We've got some very exciting news. The markets preparing to explode for Robinhood. Why? What's going on? Why is the market up so much? Why is Robinhood up so much? Or is it all overblown and it's all going to crash? Well, we're going to look at the numbers now, and in a very, very brief news update, because we've got Jerome Powell round the corner, but we're paying close attention, and a lot of people are getting very, very excited in the city right now. So should we be excited? Is it a great time to be involved? It is. You may remember just a year ago when we were around about the $8-9, we were in this stock when I was trading individual stocks. I gave you the information that this was a $40 stock. Everybody hated it because of the GameStop crisis. Now everybody loves it. Reminds you of something else recently? Things can change very quickly in these markets, but Robinhood now is surging. We gave a prediction of $40. It went to $40. I reassessed it and told you it was $80. It went to $80. I'm now looking at it and I cannot give a number because I don't guess. When I give you my predictions, as you know, 32 trades, 32 wins, my predictions are accurate because they're based upon facts, not what I want the market to be. But Robinhood has huge potential. I can't measure what that is, and I'm not just going to make a number up and go 100 or 200 like people are doing. People love to get excited about things, but what is going on? Why is Robinhood up so much? Well, I'm going to explain it. I've got 7 minutes to do it because we're about to cover Jerome Powell live with a potentially a huge rate cut. It could happen. We just don't know. We're going to find out in a few minutes. But why is it up? Let me share with you our story this morning covered in the newsletter, our very own newsletter, which we bring out to you live every morning. We don't just use other people's news. We compile our own, and everything is fact-checked, everything is verifiable, and you can access our newsletter. There it is in the chat, and everybody else can get it when this video comes out. The links will be in the description. Essentially, Robinhood has been exploding. Now, before I read you from the newsletter from Sensei, I'm going to give you my basic analysis of what's going on. Robinhood is not just a brokerage. It's not just a credit card. It's not just a bank. It's now its own blockchain. It's doing things differently, and they are the first to do it, and we told everybody about this a long, long time ago. This is not new news, but it's new to some people. Essentially, the future of trading, investing, will be done on the blockchain, so it can trade 24/7, immediately, more efficient, faster, and give you access to private equity, things like SpaceX. This is a massive game changer. Is it good for you, or is it good for Robinhood? Well, I'll tell you now, it's mainly good for Robinhood. It's good for Robinhood, so it's good for you to own the stock, right? Doesn't benefit you in other ways, but it's good if you own the stock. That's why everyone's piling in now to Robinhood. Should they? It's overbought, it's expensive, but let me tell you very quickly what's going to happen. We've got 5 minutes to go, by the way. If you've just tuned in for the Fed Jerome Powell speech, we'll be covering it live. We might get a rate cut. For those of you watching the video later, I'll put a link at the end so you don't miss that important announcement. You'll be able to trade private equities because you're now getting access to things like SpaceX, which you couldn't normally do unless you are a very high earning individual, or you've got access to institutions and so on and so forth. Well, Robinhood are that. So what they're doing, they're owning on your behalf, if you like, SpaceX or whatever, and then they can tokenize it using the blockchain, and then you can use their tokens to own pieces of SpaceX. You'll also be able to trade the whole stock market. They're just going to put it, rather than on the systems they use now with market makers, they're going to do it on a different way with the blockchain. However, is this good for you? Well, if you want to access private companies, it is. Most of us can't. I can't. Well, in fact, I could afford to, but I currently don't. I only own the S&P. But you now can access it. But is this good for you? Well, it's good for Robinhood. Not necessarily good for you, because this is the key point. Before I bring Sensei's news item up, Sensei's done a full breakdown of this. I'm going to give you. In fact, I can read. I wonder if I got time. I got 4 minutes. I really haven't got much time. But essentially, the more you can trade, the more money that Robinhood will make. Every time you trade, they make money, which means if they make money, Robinhood make money, your stock goes up. Everybody wants a piece of Robinhood. It's not necessarily good for you as a trader, because you shouldn't just be trading because you can trading. Just because you can trade doesn't mean you should trade. That's what I'm trying to say. I've got 3 minutes. I'm going to read this piece out that Sensei's provided. So it's providing a lot more profit for Robinhood. Great for the stock, but now it's massively overbought. You should have bought it way below this point. But if you do buy it now, I still see plenty of upside. But be careful. It's now overbought. Robinhood Markets soared 13% on Monday, closing at 93.63 and touching an all-time high of 94.24 during the session. The surge pushed its market cap to 82.6 billion, as marked a 313% gain year over year. The rally followed Robinhood's To Catch a Token event in Cannes, where it launched a tokenized US stock and ETF trading for European users. EU users now have commission-free access to 200 plus tokenized US securities, including OpenAI and SpaceX, with 24/5 trading and dividend payouts. That will soon go 24/7 dividend payouts via the app. The platform is giving away a €5, or was that €5 in OpenAI and SpaceX tokens of new eligible EU users who sign up by July the 7th. Now, not everyone has access to that. I don't have access to that, and I have the EU account. I have the British account, so I don't have that. So I can tell you it's not on the app for me. I have a European, a British, and the American app, and it's not on there for me. Tokens are initially issued an Arbitrum blockchain with migration to Robinhood's proprietary layer 2 in the pipeline. The company also rolled out crypto perpetual futures with 3x leverage on EU customers and reintroduced crypto staking for Ethereum and Solana in the US. These moves reposition Robinhood, now with 25.9 million funded accounts, as a vanguard in blockchain-based finance, unlocking access to high-profile assets and extending trading beyond Wall Street's hours. If you've tuned in for Fed Jerome Powell, that's coming up in just 1 minute. Stay with me. Tokenized stocks and digital representations of real-world shares issued on the blockchain. Each token mirrors the price and value of an actual stock, allowing for fractional ownership, 24/5 trading, it will be 24/7 eventually, and seamless global access without relying on traditional exchanges. Robinhood launched them in Europe by bypass legacy financial infrastructure and give retail investors direct access to assets like OpenAI and SpaceX, which are typically restricted. Tokenization is important because it democratize finance, breaking down barriers to private markets, enhancing liquidity, and enabling continuous trading beyond market hours. Everybody loves it. It's great for Robinhood. It's great if you own Robinhood. Might not be great for you, but it's great if you own Robinhood, because remember, it encourages you to trade more often like you do with crypto, because it will be crypto. Above my head, down below in the description, right after here, it's Fed Jerome Powell's speech. He's going live in a few seconds. I'm now covering it live, and you will catch it later. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.